Welcome back to the world of Market Watch. As always, before we jump into the Market Watch, a few things I gotta say. This is never financial advice, regardless of what all my comment section has to say. They are all incorrect. They are all deaf. They are all anything. They don't listen to me. Don't forget, this is not financial advice. Two, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button in the comment section down below. I want to know, do you guys like foiling out your decks, or are you more of like I just want to play non-foils, I just want to play the cheapest version? I'm somewhere in the middle. For some, I don't care, but then for others, like assassins and ninjas, classes that I really love, I do like to max rarity them, as long as it's not something crazy like first edition Mask of Momentum or something like that. But let me know in the section down below. Alright, let's jump right into it. Blade beckoner helm. Now, I went over this in my last market watch. I was going over the cold foil, but it looks like even the non-foils have been selling. This is pretty crazy. So guys, go look at your haunted bulk. You probably have a bunch of these. I gotta go through mine. And yeah, they're definitely up on value. If for some reason you don't have yours, this is probably not gonna hold. These will probably go to like $2 or so. There's probably just a lot of demand for this card right now, and people probably just don't have them listed. I guarantee all the LGSs, all the vendors of TCG players probably have like 50 of these, but they're probably not aware of the price spike. So don't buy it for this much. Just wait, maybe like a week, 2 weeks. Ask your LGSs, ask your friends. There's definitely a ton of these. There's no reason why there should only be four on the market. Never pay $5, $8 for a rare non-foil equipment. That sounds crazy, especially from a pretty recent set, Haunted. Everbloom Life. We saw this at like $45 maybe a couple weeks ago. Now that more people are aware of how expensive it is, people are putting it back on the market. We see 34. It's pretty much a $28 card for the non-foils, which is I think what it's gonna stay around. Only five rainbow foils on the market. Basically 35, then goes to 40, then goes to 50. So pretty crazy. This card is getting a cold foil printing, and I don't know how rare that's gonna be. It's gonna be weird because it's Everbloom Life and Cosine Cosmog slash Shock, something like that. One of the Acilio cards. But Everbloom Life is definitely gonna be the one sought after the most. I think it's for the last Blitz skirmish. If you win it, if you have the cold foil Everbloom Life, I think it's gonna be somewhere close to like 80 to $100, just because how limited they're going to be. Malefic incantation cold foil from gem packs been going up. I think last time I went over this, they were like at 22. I said they were a little too cheap. Looks like a lot of people also thought the same thing. Look at the recent sales, pretty much selling for like that 22 mark. Now it's going to 35, 36, slowly going to 40. I think this is such a powerful card, and I'm pretty sure it's just a rare. So this can see play in Project Blue or Silver Age. This sees tons of play in CC. Could even see play in LL. I'm not sure if LL Viserai plays it, but probably helps him play around Warmongers and whatnot. If you want to buy yours, it's kind of tough to say what price they'll stay at. We're going to have Gem Pack 3 for quite a while, so as I always say, just wait for Gem Pack 4. Once the current Gem Pack season's over, then I think it's better to buy things, but I could be 100% wrong. This could go to like $50. This could be like a highly sought after card and might not go down after it hits $50. That's why I always tell you guys, make your own decisions. Never financial advice. The non-foil from Rosetta is even pretty crazy. About $3, slowly going to $4. We got Rainbow Foil on the first page. Pretty much with shipping, this is $6. So yeah, Malefic Incantation, just really solid card, super powerful. Rainbow foils are basically $6, $7. Let's see. Arcane Fortress, we have the non-EA for $32, slowly going to 35, 19 on the market. It's a generic equipment. If you don't own yours, this is not a bad price to pay for it. I think when I've gone over it before, they were like maybe anywhere from like 10 to 20. So 31 is not bad. The EA 60. This is still not bad for an EA. Like I say, for legendaries, I have a weird personal metric. Legendaries under or around 20 are usually a pretty good deal. Once they're like 20 to 40, you shouldn't feel bad for paying that much for them because they're probably going to see a lot of play. But once they get to like 60, 80, they are on the higher price point. That's when it's like, all right, I'll only get this if I actually want to play the class that it's in. But extended arts legendaries are a little different. Usually they can go anywhere from like 60 to like 120. So 60 on the lower end is not bad for this man. He looks fresh. Next up, Arcane Skullcap. This is the reprint from Everfest. Pretty much 35 bucks once these sell. We go to 45. And then we got the rainbow foil variant. 43, 40, pretty much kind of tough. After these go, it's like 48 and then 50. If you want your Arcane Skullcap, I would just get the rainbow foil version, pay a little bit more. And I think the cold foil is going to be something crazy. Yeah. This is why I don't like going over first editions. I don't know who's really on the market for first edition Flesh and Blood cards because they're usually pretty crazy. Looks like one did sell not too long ago for 700 sometime last month. But yeah, Arcane Skullcap, I always just tell you guys, get generic cards. Make sure you have your play sets because you never know when they're going to be good in the meta. Spill Blood Hatchets, Kasai has been doing a little something. I believe Joshua Lau won a pro quest with them. And I think this is pretty crazy for a Majestic, less than $1. I think Majestics under 10 are usually pretty good, pretty cheap if you can get a Majestic for under 10. Of course, depending on how good it is, some Majestics are trash. And then Majestics that are like 10 to 25, that's usually where they range from. Don't feel bad about paying those types of prices for Majestics because, they're pretty strong. Alice is starting to reprint Majestics, so it's a little weird. But they usually don't reprint the rainbow foil or cold foil versions. So if you're worried about reprints, just get the rainbow foil version. Unless they do a different art, they won't reprint them in rainbow foil. Spill Blood rainbow foil, like $3 pretty much with shipping. I think this is a great card. I remember this was like maybe like $10 when we were playing it in Hatchet Story. So if you like warriors, if you like axes, it's a great time to pick this up. Pretty cheap. Sigil of Solace, only 9 on the market for the haunted version. So I want to say generics, we always just want to make sure you have your playsets. When I got into the game, I remember I just went on TCG Player, made a bunch of cards, like got my sigils, got my pummels, racer reflex, sync blows, all the generic staples that I thought I was going to need. Just put them all in a cart, bought them. I think a lot of players will be doing the same thing. So these generics that are just timeless, I think it's worth keeping on to them. Maybe put them in your trade binder. If you're like trading for something and you're missing like $2-3, these generics can like be a throw in. Little things like that. And then the original Welcome to Wraith is like cheaper. Well, we have one for 35, but then they're like 90 cents. So it just goes to show you, shop around. Like if you're a new player and you just looked up Sigil and you were like, oh, the reprint's probably cheaper, let me get the haunted version, but you didn't check Welcome to Wraith, which is a lot cheaper basically. By a couple cents, honestly, not a lot cheaper. They're pretty close, but save you a couple pennies in the long run, especially when you're buying a bunch of them. Pummel, the Judge promo. I didn't even know these had different borders. This is pretty cool. It has different borders. About $300, but only one on the market. None have sold. Yeah, just wanted to showcase that. But OG Pummel from WTR, basically $1, $2 with shipping. I think it's another amazing card. It's probably going to see a ton of play in Silver Age. Sees a good amount of play in Classic Constructed. Even the History Pack version, about $1. So just hold on to your Pummels. I think these generic cards are they're valuable because they actually have like at least $1 value to them. They're not like throwaway 15 cents cards. So, especially the red versions, red Pummel, red Sigils, I would just hold on to my copies. If you have extra ones, or if you can give them to a new player, swing big, about 30 bucks for the original version. There is a promo given out in this current ProQuest season. They're not on TCG Player. I couldn't find them. I've been seeing them sell anywhere from like 40 to 50. It's kind of tough. There's no standard price on TCG Player, so I've just been seeing them all over the place. If you want one, I would try to pay maybe 35, maybe 40 if you really want it. Or as I always say, wait till the end of the season and then pick them up a little bit cheaper. I think once they go on TCG Player, they might go crazy. Usually promos on TCG Player are pretty expensive. So I would try to get them off like a private market, the purple Discord, your friends. Overcrowded has been going completely crazy, about 18 bucks for the non-foil. The rainbow foil, not too bad in comparison, about 23 bucks. And then, of course, we have the Cold Foil EA, not a TCG Player, but I've been seeing these sell from like 70 to 80. I mean, I think everybody just wants these. I still haven't gotten a top 4 out of ProQuest, so I'm cooked. But hopefully, I can get them within the next weeks. We're still in ProQuest season. But yeah, guys, I don't think these are going to go lower than 70. And to be honest, over time, I can definitely just see this being like $100 plus. The Verdance feet. I don't know. I don't know what to say. $4 for an art card. I think people use these for the Verdance triggers, what people were telling me. But like, that's crazy. You can't just point to your Verdance. If you got Verdance feet, you got $4. Alright, enough about this. Wax on, one of the D reacts that is not banned in Project Blue or Silver Age. Keep calling it Project Blue. Super cheap, and I think this is pretty powerful, especially when ninjas struggle against assassins. This hits assassins pretty well. You can even hit rangers, some of their zero cost arrows, rune blades, like aggressive rune blades like brier, run a lot of zero cost things. I think it's definitely worth having. The rainbow foils are pretty cheap as well, 31 on the market, less than 50 cents. So such a great pickup, I think, if you like ninjas. Wax off. When we were playing this in Zen, this was like a $30 card. A lot of the Bright Lights expansion slot cards tend to go crazy when they're in the meta. Right now, Wax off is not in the meta. We see the first page, we got a rainbow foil here, pretty much $4 with shipping. But yeah, $3, another rainbow foil, another rainbow foil. If you like ninjas, if you want to do wax on, wax off, be a karate kid, this is pretty good. I mean, like I said, these were like 20 bucks at the height of their moment. So getting them, getting a play set for less than one would cost you at the time when they were seeing play. It's a great pickup. Skisic, I think there's a lot of things driving this card up. Living Legend in Brier. And then this is also a rare. So this is seeing play in Silver Age Brier, and it's only in the Armory deck Aurora. 2 on the market, basically 16 bucks for the rainbow foils. They have been selling non-foils for about 8. Yeah, I mean, hopefully LSS reprints these and maybe Gem Pack 4 is what I'm hoping for. I would not I would not buy the singles. You can't even get a playset. I mean, if you want to spend like a little over 30 bucks to have your project, to have your Silver Age playset, that's your own decision. I would just wait it out. Serenade Dance, pretty sure this has seen a ton of play in LL for Briar. About $7 for the non-foils. Rainbow foils, we got $10. Not a bad price. Kind of crazy that this is cheaper than Skisic. Now, if you see an Aurora Armory deck in the wild in your LGS, I think they are pretty worth picking up now. With Skisic, with Serenade Dance, if you can get it for 40, you're definitely getting a steal. If you're getting them for TCG player, it's still not bad because you get 2 non-foil Skisics and a rainbow foil Skisic. I think same thing with Serenade Dance. I think this is back when the Armory decks actually had a foil version. I think we're pretty much done with that, and they're just putting them in the gem packs. And it has like Snatch, another good generic that like I think it's like in the same vein of Pummel and Sigil. It's just a great generic to have. It's always gonna have some value because it's always seen play. Yeah, if you can find these at your LGSs, if you can find them for a good price, not a bad pickup. Icelander, Young Marvel, completely sold out. Let's see, we have some sold listings for wow, 120. That's pretty crazy. Before that, 60 and then 40. If you have an extra Marvel or if you just want to sell your Marvel, right now is not a bad time. I don't think Icelander is seeing a ton of play in LL, but in Silver Age, a lot of people love her, so she's definitely seeing play in Silver Age. Either Ashwing, Marvel, or Cold Foil. Basically 80 bucks. Dromai and Silver Age is I think people are just excited to be able to play either some of their old favorite heroes or these new heroes that they never got to play or play against. They never got to see them in CC. Very hyped for Silver Age, if you can't tell. Young Brier, 80 bucks. This was like maybe like 40 bucks at one point. Let's look at this graph. All right, none sold for this much. 40s, 50s, and then they've just been steadily going up. But 80 for a young Marvel, yeah, after this goes, it's basically 90, then 100. Let me tell you guys, I've been playing Briar in Silver Age. She's looking pretty strong. I mean, it's weird. She doesn't have Channel Mount Heroic, but she's just playing crazy aggro, 0 for 4, 0 for 4. Such a cool hero. Bonds of Agony. I thought when this got banned, it was going to go down. I think it got banned and it was still like a 12 $15 card. Now, time has settled. Bonds of Agony is a little under $5. If you care about new and LL, definitely a good time to pick this up. Like I said, when they got banned, they stayed around the price that they were at when they were legal. So I was like telling you guys, don't buy them. Now that they've gone down, if you want to play new in LL, I think it's a good price, but I'm not sure how many people even want to play new. The LL format's so weird. Enigma Young Marvel. This is, let me just say, this is like one of the best looking cards in Flesh and Blood. I remember when this was revealed on the part the Misveil trailer, I was like, wow. I didn't play Enigma, but I was like, damn, maybe I should just buy this because it's just a piece of art. Like, who did this? I think it should tell me the artist here. Azure Misoa. I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry. But they cooked. This is amazing. 4 in the market, just like Briar, funny enough. 70, then 80, then 108, and then 200. So if you got a young Enigma, definitely put her up if you want the money. Or if you're going to play her in Silver Age. Rowdy Locals, another crazy generic. Blue Block 3. Basically 16 bucks, 18 bucks, slowly going to 20 bucks for the non-foils. Rainbow foil, we got 9 on the market. The Japanese one for essentially 26. And then we got English copies for 27, 28, 30. Yeah, that's why I always try to tell you guys, like, yo, this generic's good. It's cheap. Pick it up. I think this, I don't know if this is worth the price. Like, depends on what your deck is. I don't know many decks running Rowdy Locals right now. So maybe I would hold off on it, but maybe if you're playing like Ira or something and you really need it, then it's not a bad pickup. It is a majestic, but I don't think many decks in the meta are playing this, so I don't think there's a crazy need to buy this right now. Cosmo, talking about Enigma, she is one of the Silver Age decks for Chapter 1, I believe. The cold foil Cosmo is like less than $3. So if you're interested in that, I always thought this card has been super cheap. I could see it going up. If you want a nice cold foil version, definitely pick it up. Mark of the Huntsman, Arachne Web of Deceit. I think it's also a Chapter 1. We can't play Hunter's Clave, so we're going to be stuck with this and Spider's Bite. This is like $2. The reverse side, $3. I don't think I have the reverse side myself, so I should definitely get one. Spider's Bite. Those are the only 2 daggers you can play for Assassins and Silver Age. Cold foils are like little under 8. And of course, guys, the tokens are basically worth nothing. They should be free. If you don't care about cold foils, you can definitely get them for free from like your friends or LGSs. Poison the Well. This surprised me a little bit. CYB is gone in LL. I don't know many decks that are running life gain and CC except for like Florian and Verdance, but are people buying this just to have like a Verdance tech? I think Sam Dando posted a list of RKO running this. I think Into the Earth Heroes, it's pretty good. It can be a blue that can be worth like 4 to maybe like 6. I'm not sure if this works on Heart of Candlehold. Let me know in the comments if you guys know how that interaction works. Because it says the next time, but it's like 3 instances. So I'm not sure how that works. But, anyways, Poison the Well, pretty much 14. I'm going to 15. Rainbow Foil is a little closer to 16. Not bad, but I don't think they're worth that much. Unless I'm missing something. If this is spiking for any other reason than Verdance hate and that Sam Dando RKO list, let me know in the comments down below. Sensor, another crazy generic, about 25 bucks for moderately play, and then goes to 28 and 30, and there's not even the foils. Rainbow foils, wow. $40 for the rainbow foils, 42, yeah. I think a lot of the cards in Dust Till Dawn should be on Alice's radar to get reprinted, especially these generics. But yeah, I didn't know Sensor was going this crazy till today. If you have some extra copies, I think it's a good time to sell them. If you don't have your own sensors, it's kind of tough to recommend playing them. I don't see them in a lot of like upper deck lists. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I saw one in like a one-off in like a Syndra list, but $30 is pretty pricey, even for such a great Majestic. As always, make your own choice. Scepter of Pain. This is legal in Silver Age, but I don't think there's any way to amp it. So I don't know how good this will be. Non-foils, basically $2. Cold foils, yeah, $3. Pretty cheap. If you want your Scepter of Pain, probably just get your cold foil. But I don't know if this is even good in Silver Age. That we'll see. Snag, the reprint from Super Slam. Generic. Majestic. A little close to $13. I don't think this is like crazy powerful right now, but I do think there's a lot of times where it just comes into the meta, maybe like assassin meta, and who knows? I think this was being used during the chain days back in like old Flesh and Blood. I think for $13 it's not bad, especially because this got to like 40 at its peak. But if you don't want to miss out on having a good generic, it's not a bad price point. But if you don't get it, I think you should be fine. I mean, Bonds is banned, and I don't know how many other cards are gonna make like Bonds, but about $13 for a strong Majestic, I wouldn't feel bad picking it up. Premeditate, this card has been $20 for the longest time. It's just steadily been at this price point since it came out, honestly. Maybe it was a little higher when it came out. Rainbow foils, 26, 27. I always think of this as a ranger card, but this is actually a generic, so it's kind of like the non-broken version of Plunder Run, because you don't just get the draw right away, you get a ponder token. I think it's weird. I wouldn't feel bad if you pick it up if you need it for your ranger deck. Like I said, it's been around this price point forever, so I don't see it going down. If anything, it could just slowly go up. If you don't have yours and you're looking for, maybe I don't even know if Marlin runs this. I think she wants her non-attack actions to load her arrows because her weapon pumps, which is pretty opposite of all the other rangers that their weapon load and then they want their non-attack actions to pump. So she's kind of different. Like I said, it's been around the same price point, so I wouldn't feel too bad if I pick it up. Codex of Inertia, I have seen some Marlins playing running this. Like I said, they want non-attack actions that can load. So this is kind of there. Pretty cheap, like slowly going to $5. It's pretty much $4. Not bad. Death Touch, Rainbow Foil, about $3. Look through your outsider bulk if you have some rainbow foils. It's pretty good. Slowly going to like 5, but pretty much a $3 card. Man, I love this card. This card's so cool. Fiddler's Green from High Seas Rainbow Foil, pretty much $1. Kind of like what I was saying about Sigil, Pummel, Snatch, all these like generics that we'll likely see play in a variety of different decks. I think it's good to just keep. They can definitely just go up over time. The gem pack version is like 13. The rainbow foils are like maybe like 20. Let's actually check it real quick. Gem pack 2, only 5 on the market. Rainbow foil 14, and then yeah, 16, 25 all the way at the end. Non foils, okay, not that bad. Like 7, 9, 10. Yeah, definitely such a great staple. It's banned in Silver Age for a reason. I think it'll definitely see play in the future. Goldkiss rum. This is, I think, a Marvel. I think this is really cheap for $4. I think we'll get another way of making this maybe in our next pirate set. This is not just like a pirate card. Anybody can use this, especially a lot of heroes. A lot of these old heroes don't tap. We only have 2 sets that really care about tapping. So this doesn't really have a downside. And I always think these little tokens are pretty cool to have like your full arts. So I need to get mines for sure. I don't have my Marvel. $4, not bad. Slowly going to like 6. Balance of Justice has been going absolutely insane. Rainbow foils are about 200, going to 250 after a couple sales. And then at the bottom we have 300. I think this is due for a reprint. I don't know if it's on LSS's radar, but hopefully it gets reprinted soon. Cold foils 350, slowly going to 500. If you guys are like worried about getting your cold foil for this much, just remember they don't reprint in cold foil. If you don't have it, I don't know if I can tell you guys to buy it for this crazy price. You know, make your own choices. Quickdodge flexors starting to see a lot more play now. I think when they came out, they weren't seeing a ton of play. 137 basically, 138, 140, 150 for the rainbow foils. Only 20 on the market. Cold foils, basically $200. Don't think these are going to get reprinted anytime soon. This is such a recent set. Crown of Providence, we got 2 versions, and they're super close to each other. The reprint from Dusk Till Dawn, 146, 146, and then like a little over 150. But then we got the rainbow foil for essentially the same price, 150, 150. If you want a Crown of Providence, I'd probably get the rainbow foil. Slowly going to like 200. We got the cold foil here for 235. Let's see, 12 cold foils on the market. Yeah, 235, slowly going up to like 250. And then the last crazy generic Stonewall Gauntlet. He's not even that crazy. He's just an arm. But Verdance is playing this, and I could definitely see this going up over time. Let's see. Like $40 for the rainbow foil. Then we have cold foils for like 68, 69. Last, just want to end the market watch with Taylor. Looks like one sold for like $2,000. Definitely can't say this is a good buy, but this is super rare. I think you only get this by being a cosplayer for the game, and she's out. I'm pretty sure we're getting Frankie, the second Necromancer hero. So if you have one of these, definitely put them up on TCG Player. Maybe you can make a sale, but very few of these probably exist, and yeah, you can't even. I think you can only play this in like UPF. You can't even play this in like Silver Age or anything like that. So that pretty much wraps it up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like foiling out your deck, or do you just want to play the cheapest? Peace.